Joining us now is Rebecca Smith, who's the reporter at the Wall Street Journal, who's been chasing down these very concerning changes at the Postal Service. Ms. Smith, thank you very much for joining us tonight. I appreciate you taking the time.
It's a pleasure.
So what is the purported justification for taking these postal officers off the streets? It seems like something that might have a serious material effect, and it seems like the worst possible timing.
It does seem like very suspicious timing. The Postal Service has as yet not really provided an adequate explanation, and this would be through the U.S. Postal Inspection Service, which is the law enforcement arm of the U.S. Mail. But in court documents that were filed, there is a lawsuit that the union has brought. And the government, being defended by Justice Department, has said it's up to them to do what they want. And it's up to them to even decide if they want to maintain having a uniformed police force.
Louis DeJoy told Congress that he would refrain from any further changes that might affect mail delivery, the security of the mail service, after all those radical changes that he made over the summer that really did seem to screw up mail delivery all over the country. It is striking in your reporting that you note that this management directive happened one day later, one day after he told Congress there would be no further changes. Is there congressional interest in this or any potential oversight mechanism by which Congress might be able to stop this directive?
I think certainly the House Oversight and Reform Committee has been very interested in what's happening at the Postal Service, and they would be a likely one to take action. But I also think that public sentiment has a lot to do with what happens in the next 14 days. And I think that if people made it known that they want these uniformed postal police back on their routes, protecting letter carriers, preventing the theft of mail from blue collection boxes and vehicles, and providing escorts to high-value mail, I think the Postal Service could change direction. By the way, I would note that we don't know that Louis DeJoy ordered this action. It came down through the U.S. Postal Inspection Service. But these officers have now been told if they want to do any of these regular patrols, they have to go to the highest part of the inspection service and get special dispensation from top brass in order to continue any of these patrols, or in fact to go off postal property and do much of anything. It's an extraordinary move right before this election.
Ms. Smith, you have also reported on lawmakers being blocked from accessing postal facilities. Lawmakers who want to do oversight on these things have wanted to see facilities. We certainly saw that around the reporting over the summer about large-scale sorting machines being dismantled and stripped for parts and basically left for dead. We saw congressional members of Congress trying to do some firsthand reporting on that themselves. You're reporting that members of Congress are still being turned away. Is there Postal Service justification for that? Is that a change in their usual MO toward public officials who want to observe Postal Service operations?
Well, Rachel, the lawmakers I've spoken with have said that normally they get the red carpet treatment. Normally, the Postal Service is thrilled when they want to visit a mail processing facility. Of course, we're in a highly partisan atmosphere now. But when they make these requests now, several have been told they can't come. And the Hatch Act, oddly enough, has been cited as a reason. There seems to be some fear that postal employees might do something that would represent partisan political activity during these visits. I think it's a stretch. One member of Congress from Florida was also told, apparently, that she was supposed to have taken a lengthy security training program before she would be allowed inside a postal facility. This is highly unusual.